What the hell is that thing? I just love it when something happens that solves a problem for me. I have in my hand a GoPro Hero 3 Plus. Now, I watched the release today of the GoPro Hero 13, and that got me thinking that, well, I can't really justify buying the 13. I'm not even using this one. But then another problem came up because I need to clean this shop up again. And I want to do a time lapse of it. I can't put my camera up and use that for a time lapse because my camera is my phone and I'm going to need it for other things when cleaning up. So I got thinking about this little puppy, and there's a couple of problems. Like the casing doesn't have it's watertight, so it doesn't have an opening on the side, so I can put a power cable and have this powered on all the time. Also, I want to put this up in the ceiling. Now, this ceiling, or the case, so the skeleton casing doesn't have an opening on the side for the power cord. I need this to be plugged in, so I can't really use the case, the watertight case, the waterproof case, because that's no good. I do have a couple of extra feet, so I'm thinking I might as well just build a new cage for this with cardboard. And also, I need to find a way to mount this in the ceiling, but in a way that I can quickly take it down again if I need it for something else. I happen to have bought some magnets yesterday, not because of this, because of another video that's coming out, but these will solve my problem. There are runners going both lengthwise and across, holding these squares of audio dampening material, and I thought they were aluminum, but they're not. They're metal, magnetic metal, the best kind. So I'm going to make a case for this, put some magnets on, mount it in the ceiling to do the time-lapse I need of me cleaning up the shop, which I'm going to be using in a later video. But it's not going to be another cleanup video. Relax. I've done one of those. I'm going to use it for something else. I just love it when I get an idea to solve a problem, and I have everything I need to fix it. I have everything I need to just come up with a solution. So first up, cardboard. We need cardboard. The thing about cardboard is I have tons of it. And the reason for that is, here we go. So the thing is, I don't even know if you can call this cardboard. I think it's cardstock. But these are the backings of skateboard pads, roller skate pads, protection gear. And it's really thick, really sturdy. And I think I can glue this together to be a case and then glue on and cut out some of the pieces I need to connect it to the to the GoPro feet. And and that's going to be more than enough to hold that little camera up in the ceiling. Now, these magnets are rated for 1 kilo per magnet. So 2 of those magnets should be able to hold a pound or something. I mean, the camera is a couple of 100 grams, I think. This should be perfect. And then, this is the genius part. By making a custom case for this out of cardboard or cardstock, I can then connect the GoPro Hero 3 to one of the outlets in the ceiling that controls the ceiling lights. So that means it's not going to be charging when I'm not here, so fire safety taken care of. Although sometimes the actual thing you plug the cable into burst into fire, but it's not going to be charging. That's important. There's not going to be any current going through it because it's just there. Because the power will be turned off. Of course, it's not a problem. I'm turning off the ceiling lights when I leave, which means there's going to be no power to the power brick, which makes it no fire hazard when I'm not here. So the light it's only going to be on. It's only going to be on when I'm here. So perfect. But I should be able to rather quickly just cut this up into pieces. I will fit into a cage and then mount some brackets to put it onto the feet of the GoPro and put on some magnets and glue it to the ceiling. Perfect. Problem solved. Hook it into the power. Then, since it has Wi-Fi, I can turn it on and off when the power is on. I can turn on and off. If it runs out of power, though, the Wi-Fi will be off. But yeah, forget about that. This will be perfect for doing time lapses of the whole place when I'm doing stuff here. Not only cleaning up, but also doing other projects, because I do have a couple of big projects planned. which it would be nice to have a camera like that up in the ceiling to get an overview. And it also means since it's magnets and it runs on batteries, I can move it to any place in the whole room, the whole workshop. I can just put that camera anywhere in the ceiling because of these runners. Perfect. Let's get building. I need to remove these because these are for another project. So let's just do that. Okay, if I make something to go on the front that I cut out space for the lens and the buttons and everything, so it's just a small edge like that. Since I can't be bothered to get a pen for something like this because it's not really super important to get everything super straight, but I will try to find yeah, that should be fine. Perfect. Now I could of course bring out my fancy hobby knife, but I don't need. Let's move this hot dog out of the way. I think this should be fine. A couple of passes here and we should be all good. Yes. And then we'll just oops. Try not to cut ourselves. Fingers are safe. Push it down. There we go. Okay, this is kind of sharp. That is enough space to glue shit onto. Not sure how I'm going to get this out of the cage, but I need to. Might have to use some Velcro because I can't slide it out because then it wouldn't be a cage unless we just do, well, I could do something here and slide it into there. Just leave it open on the side because it's going to be hanging upside down like this anyway. Or will it? Should I maybe? Actually, it wouldn't be easier if I don't have to turn it. So keeping it the right way, like this. Maybe I can make a cradle, but that means I would need to, no, I would need to have the fasteners up here. So I need to be able to slide it in like that. And that would solve the power issue as well. Because if I slide it sideways like this, it will be open on the side, so the power is fine. And then I need a small opening here for the wireless connection. Yeah, I think we got a solution. And then on top, I'll do the brackets. This should be just fine. Oops, narrowly cut myself. I wouldn't have been too smart. So we'll make one piece exactly alike. Now I have super glue, I have nuts and bolts. I just love this cardboard or cardstock. I do have another project coming up though, which includes cardstock as well, which will be an extension of this because that was the idea I first came up with just in general, but I didn't connect it with the need to do the time lapse. So placing this here, we need to cut that like so, and here, and all the way over here. Perfect. You can probably not, you can't even probably see the lines here, but let's see now. Now, for those of you worrying if this will hold over time, well, time will tell. So this fits almost. We need to shave this down a little bit. Just a tad bit, like so. There we go. Come on. So it's almost there. We need to, need to cut this a slight further bit. Just need to cut a little bit more. Then we need to make an opening for the screen. I don't really think I need it because I'm going to be using the app to control all the settings, so I don't really need to see the screen. Would be nice to see the lights though. I might have to do something about that. Maybe I can just drill a couple of holes for the lights. That'd be quick and easy. Like so. Okay, this is almost too easy. So now, and this is like in black, so it looks super stealth anyway. Oops. Oh, I turned it on. Okay, so for the button, I want a hole approximately here, just in case I need it. Now I'm gonna make it really easy for myself. And just gonna double check I'm actually recording. Yes, we are. Oh, come on. There we go. So I'm using a drill instead of trying to cut this. It's not gonna be pretty, but that was that was the worst ever cut. Oh Lord. Okay, gonna have to clean that up. Okay, so it didn't save me that much time, and it looks pretty nasty, but I think we're fine. Cut off a little bit extra here and there. Try not to cut ourselves. It's always a good plan. There we go. We will do the vacuuming later. Later. Just get it off the workbench. So, how does this fit? Yeah, I mean, that's that's clickable. Perfect. Yeah, and it blinks on top. Well, I'm covering that up as well. Okay, so these two parts are slightly askew, but that's fine. This slides in and out. I mean, I only need this to like hold it. It doesn't need to squeeze it. It just needs to hold it so it doesn't fall down. Because the camera's not going to just fall out by itself sideways. So as long as I have the top and the bottom, or this way then. So as long as I have something. Now how do I want to do this? Let's use, okay, yeah, let's make the seams on the inside. Which means if we do that, we should be fine, I think. Just extend that cut a little bit. That looks good. Well, it's a nice. I can follow that, he said, and weird off. Good. Now we have one. We just make one more. Maybe I should have used the gray area because, you know, the camera is gray. Now that is good. Is this on? Oh no, is that on? Forget it. So that's one, and then we need another one. We will just use this as a template because this doesn't have to be pretty and it doesn't have to be super tight. That's good. Cut that off here like so. We're gonna need some, there we go. Oh yeah. Bit on the short end in front there, but I think we should be fine. Look at that. Huh? I don't even have to put anything on the side here. Just need to make this work. And that should be more than good enough, he said, while the camera fell to the ground. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. Okay then. Next step is the top button. I don't need the speaker, I think. So we're about here. That's straight in the middle. We should be able to use the same drill, and a little bit wiser from last time, I will put this on top. Hopefully not getting a crazy blowout like last time, which I didn't. Look, perfect. So we live and learn. Always put something between what you're putting a hole into and the drill, and you get less blowout. Lessons learned. Let's see. Oh, ooh, look at this little skull. Yeah. We want that to be visible on the bottom. Then we do this here, and we can do this on the top. Do I need the speaker? No. Do I need a microphone? Do I need access to it? Do I need to record audio? Probably not, because this is only going to be like for the ceiling. Yeah, no, we should be fine. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay, so we need some, okay, we need to do something about that. Okay, a little bit of blowout then. There we go. So, super glue. Ah, come on. Now, I don't want to glue anything to the camera, so we'll take that away, and then we'll just do, so this is going to be here. So we're going to put some glue on like so. I need some light. So right about there. And then we're going to put some more glue on the back. I'm sorry you can't see this. This is how we make it sturdy and let it seep through. Should be using the actuator. I think this is going to be fine. Then we'll double check that we have enough space. Oh, we got super glue on. Hold on. It's fine. Right, so yep, we got enough space, which means this comes in here. So that means that goes like that. So this side here goes on to here. I should probably have scratched the surfaces a little bit just to make some more surface area for the glue, but I can always glue it again. Hopefully I don't have to, but I can always do that. So let's put some glue on the inside. Hopefully it'll seep through and seal everything up. Then we'll get some actuator. You know what? We're going to seal this up on the outside as well. Can never have too much glue. And some more here. Just to seal everything up properly. Perfect. Does it still fit? It looks like it's going to be a tight fit. But from what I can see, yeah, that's going to be fine. It's going to bend a little bit. That's going to be just fine. Now, this needs to go on top here. So what we're going to do just to force this open is we're going to do this first. Oops. Like so. I'm going to hit that with a little bit of actuator. Then I feel like I need this workbench to be taller because right now I am struggling a bit. So what we need to do is force this up that way so we can get some glue in there. That's gonna be fine. So we want this part to hit there and push this part just a little bit down like that. Hopefully it'll stick, and then we'll just hit it with some actuator and more glue and some more glue. And oops, yep. And then we can do the same here. This is like rock hard. It's perfect. So we have our makeshift GoPro case for the Hero 3 Plus, the jewel of the collection. Okay, so let's just hope everything is, that lines up. So then we just do this here, and oh, that's a tight squeeze. Oh, did my light just go out? That is a tight squeeze indeed. Yeah, because that, okay, no, this works. It doesn't turn anything on. Okay, this is this is not going anywhere. This is really not going anywhere. Do I even get it out? Yeah. So that's a good fit for the camera. Now we need to figure out how to make these, the bracket thingies here. Let's see. So the thickness of my, where are you? Did I just, ooh, dropped it on the floor. Okay, so looking at this here, that's a bit wobbly, just having one of those in between. Now 2 would be too much. That wouldn't go into, it wouldn't really fit properly in here, but let me see if I have some other cardboard that might fit better, or cardstock that's thicker. Are these thicker? I don't know. Are they the same? Yeah, I think they're the same. Well, you know, they're not that much off. So I need 2. Interesting. I could thicken it up with some paper. That would work. But is this, I mean, that's, yeah, no, that's exactly the same. That's not going to help us here. Do I not have anything else? No. Well, let's see what we have here. Now I have a box, some other cardboard. Oh, and I have these. No, that's just flimsy. I could cut some wood, but you know. So these two together, is that gonna work? Oh, hold on. Well, it does bend it. I could, hold on. Every tool is a hammer, and hammered cardboard is perfect. Okay, cool. So what we need to do then is I can use this one, because that's already cut out. Put the super glue cap on. Yeah, these should be more than fine. So we'll cut another one of, okay, let's do it up here, because there we have this and that, and so. So our GoPro Hero case is almost done. Now, will this hold? I am not sure. So we have to get some sandpaper. I think they'll hold just fine. But just to make sure, so we need these two, and then we're mounting it on this. Right? Yeah. So just to make sure, we are roughing up the surfaces here. We are roughing up the surface here just to get a little bit more grip. Especially on the harder super glue that's already there. Oh, yeah. That should be super fine. So what we need now is a little bit of this compacted cardboard, which is that type, which is a cardboard, you know, that, and the cardboard in here is the other cardboard type. So what we'll do is we'll scratch that and this side as well, and then we'll scratch this side. And oh, this is really rough. This is like 60 paper. So then we'll just super glue like so, and then we'll take some actuator on these, glue them down. Oops, we glued, yeah. We glued it to the table, always good. Yeah, so here we go. We have these two pieces that should, where did you go, my friend? There we are. So this one should fit, oh, we need to, perfect. And this one, yeah, small, with a hammer like that. Oh, this is perfect. So these are not exactly the same length. I think we can live with that, actually, factually, because there's going to be enough grip. But just to make sure, I'm going to do this and sand it off a little bit. That should make them perfectly even, Steven. And then, just to make sure, we rough it up a bit more. Now we have two even pieces that easily could be glued on top of this here. Actually, if you look at that, yeah, we need to sand it down a little bit more. Sandpaper is great. There we go. Now that's a large surface. That was actually a good move, because what we can do now, we'll figure out the whole thing later, or do we? Or do I just drill it now? You know what? I just drill it now. Hold on, do we have, let's see now, is that a 5? That was wrong. Oh, it's a 5, perfect. Yeah, the lights are, you can see the lights in the background are just dying one by one. They always say they have a much bigger charge than they actually have, which is a pity because I like them, but they are so not trustworthy when it comes to, you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just tilting the camera slightly upwards. And now I can also see if I am in frame, which I am. Perfect. So we are just going to So then by aligning these, because I don't really want to, it doesn't really harm that, just drilling through it like that, because it's just fine. But we're just going to do this here. Okay, there's a lot of dust on the camera, but I think we should be fine. So these should, oops, still fit properly. And we should be, yeah, that one is protesting a little bit. It is arguing about its place in the universe. So we need to basically just cut this off. It will still be a tight and nice fit. So this one is perfectly aligned, and I might have to revisit this mount at some point, but for now, this should be just fine. Now, the big moment of truth. Yep, this is perfect. See? Easy peasy. Now, of course, some of the more eagle-eyed of you may have noticed that we now do not have any tilt. At all. Which we'll rectify at this moment by doing something smart, I think. Or it could break the whole project. I'll just cut off the ends like so. Again, this doesn't have to be super sturdy. I'm not going to be tilting it back and forth on a daily basis, adjusting things all the time. I will be mainly doing this once or twice, and then we just sand these bits there. Then we do the same here. So all I'm doing is just cutting off the corners. I'm literally cutting corners. And the beauty of this is that we have enough material for this to stay perfectly fine. So we need to shave this slightly at an angle for these to enter properly. And then we need to hit them with a hammer. Solution is always hitting things with a hammer. So I could probably have used a little less coarse paper, but yeah, that's fine. Now, the moment of truth. Will it blend? Suddenly it enters a lot easier, which was the point. And then this one as well. And they align perfectly there. Let's see if this enters. I mean, this is cardboard or cardstock, so it grabs onto the... Oh, this is good. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. It is the jankiest of things, but we love it so much. So this is now ready for mounting, and just going to give it one tiny more now that they're stuck to level everything out. That is nice and juicy and super fluffed out. So this should be... Oh, do I have enough glue, or do I need to open another one? Is there glue in here? Yeah, there's plenty of glue. Do I have to break off the tip? Why is there no super glue coming out? There we go. I'm gonna add some, where did it go? Here, just for funsies. Don't want that on the, okay, I have to do something. I did something. There we go. Okay, we're gonna add, because I have all the glues. Do I have this other glue as well, or is that dead? No, that's dead. That's completely stiff. This, on the other hand, should be fine. So we'll just add some more super glue here. Whoops, that was a lot. Just in there. This is a little bit. Oh, there we go. That crackling sound of chemicals reacting. So, what do we have here? Let me just put the cap on. So we have our. This is super solid. Did I do this right? Hopefully, yeah. Because now, when this hangs in the ceiling, when this hangs in the ceiling, I can take this camera and put it in here. Maybe I should break that open and re-glue it. Maybe I don't care. So in theory now, when this hangs in the ceiling is put on power, I should be able to, of course, I don't have the lights visible, which means, you know what? I'll go fix that right now. Okay, so it's blinking blue, which means Wi-Fi is on. Let me just figure out where this would be. So here-ish. Oops. It's a good thing I took the camera out. Oops. Yeah, that made everything so much better. Hold on. That didn't help at all. If I had a saw, I could... Okay, let me just try this. No, my finger is not on the back yet. Okay, so this was the jankiest way of doing this. But I think we have... So, let's try again. Let's turn the Bluetooth off. Oh, sorry. Let's turn the Wi-Fi off. Oh, it barely shows. Okay. Now I know where we're going. Okay. So, again, not trying to cut myself, but it's kind of hard not to. Let's just get this out of the way. Get this up. Use the tongs. Okay. Final try. GoPro goes in. We turn Wi-Fi on. We have a light. See that? Now I'm able to connect to the camera from my phone, turn it on and off, set the angles, time-lapse, movies, etc., etc. And this is perfect. So only thing we need to do now is attach some magnets, and we should be good to test everything out. Let's just turn the Wi-Fi. I keep saying Bluetooth because it's a blue light, but it's Wi-Fi. So you connect with Wi-Fi to this thing. And now I need to figure out if I want to use one of the click bases or if I just want to attach this. You know what? I'm going to use one of the bases because I do have apparently no lights working in the background. Well, nobody can see those, so that doesn't matter. But I do need some light. I would like to have some light. Any light. Do I have a flashlight? Where are all my things? I have a flashlight. So where are my GoPro? Ah, there they are. Ooh. I have lots of bases. Turns out in my stash, I have a lot of bases. Turns out that in my stash, I have a lot of bases. And I can probably... Now, do I want to glue this to the ceiling? No, because I want to be able to move the actual... Okay, that does not feel safe. That did not feel safe at all. Okay, we're in. We have magnets. Now, what I'm thinking is that... Oh, these are super... That's not magnetic, no. So if I put one of these here and one of these It's like super sticky 3M tape. Just doing that. That's 2 kilos right there. Hopefully. This clicks into that. This I don't need for anything. Hold on. Okay. Let's insert the camera like so. I mean, it's gonna hang from the ceiling. There are no earthquakes in this area. I mean, this is not going anywhere. This is perfect. I love it. I just love having an idea and then having all the stuff I need to make that idea a reality, because the joy of this is so good. Let's turn on the ceiling lights and get this thing connected. I have no idea why I turned those ceiling lights off. Let's see, we have this, and we need a power brick, and we need a cable. Is this the right cable? I think it's the right cable. Do I have more? Yep. But let's just undo that. If we take a look up here, okay, that's the light. That's not gonna work. Let's just move that over here. Are you good? You're not gonna fall over? So yeah, you can guess what the wheels are for that I bought. The wheels are for... Why is this behaving all strange? If you see that area up here, this is where I'm thinking about connecting it. Hopefully there's going to be some kind of socket in the ceiling up here that will allow me to connect the power, and hopefully my cable is long enough. If not, I have to buy another cable tomorrow. But for now, just to see if everything works as it should, I'm taking everything. So just now to see that everything works, I'm going to put this up there, make sure it's stuck, see if I can get into the ceiling, find a socket for the power, and put the power brick and the power cable in and see if everything works. Yes? That's not going to work. Are you going to be able to hold that up for now? Oh, it is time. You can hear I'm struggling because it is time for the jankiest of ladders. It's an old painter's ladder, which is perfect for this sort of thing. Worst part is it's probably not going to be tall enough for me to actually get into. Sorry about that. The most important thing here is that these metal brackets are firmly seated, of which they are kind of. Let me just see how far we can get with this setup now. Should be sturdy enough. Hello. Now, I mean, it's not great. If something, the weight is fine. So the weight is, the magnets are holding the weight just fine, but if I hit it sideways, it's not going to be super great. But I think this will work perfectly for what I am thinking. Now let's see what we have here. Now there's a roof beam just there. Let's see what we have here. Will that be enough? Or is it just too short? And should I lean this way and try? Nah, I'm gonna be the sensible guy and move my ladder. I know you were hoping for a show and you didn't get it. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can see me over here. So we have a socket here, and as far as I can see, that's the... I really hope I don't fall down now, because... Yeah, what type of sockets do we have? Yeah, that's the closest one. What the hell is that thing? Is that a controller? There are no sockets over here. No, that's just a fire alarm. Okay then, so here we go. This is it. Let's take this over. I'm gonna have it here. See how that works. I can always pretty it up later with some proper cables. But for now, just as long as I don't get vertigo, we should be fine. Oh, that was pushing it a bit too close. Whoa! I thought I had something to grab onto, which I didn't. Now, do we have enough? So we need to do this the other way, so like so. And then we can wiggle this down. But do we have enough? So the cable is pulling on the camera. Okay, I think we're good. Now, just so you know, I will be securing this for now with a little strip, plastic strip, just so it doesn't fall down, and it's probably gonna fall like that. But if I put on 2 more magnets, just to stabilize a little bit, because right now it's tilting back and forth. So just by stabilizing it and adding more force, More magneticism. Yeah, so just by stabilizing it with 2 more magnets. Let's try that. You can always peel them off later. Of course, now I can't get past my ladder. There's never enough space. So, are we recording? No, it's charging. That's what the red ones are for. Sorry. Oh, okay. So if I had put 2 magnets onto the metal, and then, because these magnets are super sticking to themselves. Let's try this again and see if we can get a little more stability going. So one next to the other, and one like that, side by side, and we have much more stability. That is good. Yeah, this is like, now I have to actually pull it. Okay, time to view the footage. Okay, whoops, oopsie. Let's see what we got there. Yeah, I think we should be fine. So far, I would call that, hold on. Is that better? Worse? Yeah. So far, I would call that a resounding success. I need to disconnect the camera or the phone. Again, please like and subscribe. So I have to disconnect the camera now because I have to open the GoPro app. This is why, please like and subscribe. Share the videos with your friends. I'm saving up for a proper camera so I can use my phone for other things than filming. So please like and subscribe. Hopefully at some point I can afford a proper camera and then we'll be able to do this in a more professional manner. But for now, disconnecting, and then I'm connecting. I'm putting on the screen recording on the phone so you can see what's happening in the app. And yeah, let's just do it. The camera is up. It has power. I can turn it on and off in the app. I can do time lapses of the whole workshop from the ceiling just with my phone. Exactly what I wanted. Got it all done in an hour and 10 minutes. That's not bad. Small project. Cardstock to the rescue. I have some other projects that I'm working on. One of them is based on something that Peter Lindgren did a couple of videos back. But he was using a 3D printer, and I don't have a 3D printer. I might look like a guy who should have a 3D printer, but I don't, since I'm saving up for the camera. So remember, like and subscribe. But I did watch this video about something that was 3D printed, and I'm thinking, I can do that with my cardstock, and I can do it faster than the printer. So if you want to see what that is, you should probably subscribe, because that video is coming up in a couple of weeks, because I need some of those things around the studio here. So I'll see you in the next one.